Greetings, wise ones. This is Melissa from 8th House Wisdom, author, astrologer, psychotherapist, feminine energy, and stellar planning expert. I am here to wish everyone a blessed autumn equinox and welcome in Libra season for 2022. If you'd like to learn more about what we need to do during this season to balance our scales and to take full advantage of the balancing of day and night with the autumn equinox, stay tuned for the rest of the video. Now, this is one of my favorite times of year because at 8:58 p.m. on September 22nd, we experience the autumn equinox for 2022 if you are in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, then this is the spring equinox bringing in that season. Nonetheless, equinox means equal parts, and this is an important astrological and astronomical day as it marks the period of time that happens twice in a year where we have equal sunlight and daylight as we are moving towards a solstice where the sun stands still. Either we're growing in light or we're dimming in light. And since we're headed towards autumn, we're dimming in light. The other thing that's important to note is that when the equinox takes place, usually almost at the same time or moments later, and this year it's at 9:03, the sun will then ingress or move into the sign of Libra. That means that we're in the second half of the zodiac. Libra is a sign that is a cardinal influencer sign. So that means it kicks off a season and brings action-oriented leadership energy. The start of Libra season is the beginning of fall. And Libra is the leader of air signs and represents the start of a journey through, again, like I said, the second half of the zodiac, because we made the journey through human development from infant to adult as we moved through the signs of Aries through Virgo. Now that we are in Libra, we start a second series of lessons for the soul's perfection, beginning with Lady Justice and her leading energy in the intellectual realms to help us balance our actions from fire of Leo, the physical presence of earth energy of making things, and the intellect of air in our business and romantic relationships. As I record this video, Libra is also being impacted by Mercury in its sign, and on September 24th, Mercury, which is currently retrograde in Libra, will move out of Libra and into Virgo, which is also increasing our focus on what's happening right now and things that have previously been started, and it's giving us more energy to balance the unfinished business that we would have in any relationships of our kind, of any kind, especially with the energy that just happened with the recent harvest moon on September 10th. To really get into the season, I want to focus on stellar planning and what we need to understand about the next 30 days. So, not only are we at the second midpoint of the year where we're focused on taking a journey as an adult through essentially 6 additional stages of life. But Libra is the 7th sign, so it's the 7th 30 degree sector of the zodiac, and it really brings with it the opposing energy from Aries, which is me. So Libra is we. And that's a lot of what we're going to be feeling. Libra reflects her ruler Venus. It represents justice, love, business relationships, beauty, art, aesthetics, and grace. Libras are fly, fashionable, graceful. They can usually beautify a space in whatever way they are touched by Venus's amazing abilities. And because they are a cardinal influencer sign, they come with a level of assurity and the ability to cut through, create a vision, execute that, and stay in control. We need this energy as we move into the air element, which is going to focus on intellectual insights. And we need this energy so that we can apply our intellectual insights to what's normally more of a heart-centered kind of experience. Love relationships and even business relationships are heart-centered. You may not be saying that you love each other, but to have a business partnership, you have to have an energetic and or emotional attachment, which does show up as love, more like brotherly love or love of mankind in general. So we're working on our powers of discernment, using intellect to be able to assess what's going on with our relationships and how we can balance the scales moving ahead for the next 30 days. One of the things that we're going to want to watch for is a tendency to be indecisive, because Libras are great leaders, but in the balancing act, they remain relatively, almost completely impartial and objective, and have the ability to identify with either side of the coin or of the scale. That can make it hard to come down one way or the other when it's time to really make a decision. And while most Libras would love for things to just kind of hang neatly, beautifully in the balance, that's not how things are always going to work. So we will need to really get in touch with our inner self, and thank goodness we're still going through retrograde season, so that we can have a tiebreaker and make sure that we are able to successfully execute tasks during this 30-day period. That can also be successful if you remember that due to the fact that it's retrograde period, you're probably not going to be executing any tasks that are new. It would be best to focus your energy on things that you have started and that still need completion, because there you will find the greatest support. Now, I also want to talk about the Autumn Equinox, also known as Mabon in Celtic Druid and the circles and in the Wheel of the Year. The Autumn Equinox, or Mabon is a time where the harvest has been reaped, where the light starts to grow dim, and it really is a time period for festivity and reflection. It's the embodiment of the harvest season. It's the final feast that we have for the harvest season. And it brings up a period where you really want to lean into gratitude and happiness, and stockpile those as a way of preparing for the colder, darker days to come. This balanced day and night is also a really good time to contemplate what's solid and real in our lives, especially after we've just come out of the energy of the earth sign of Virgo. This is our first foray into adulting matters that are not just discovering what it means to be an adult like we were as a Virgo, and really kind of being critical and exacting with ourselves. We've learned, hopefully, a bit more grace and patience, and are able to respond to ourselves in a more gentle way so that we can embody the ideas of value, balance, responsibility, being genuine, and just kinship and relationship. The autumn or the fall equinox also honors feminine energy and the goddess movement into the underworld. Just like in Greek mythology, Persephone returning home, goddess of spring, returning home to Hades, god of the underlord, to ride out the fall and winter seasons, which was her agreement that she would be able to stay on terra firma, the earth, during spring and summer, where there was bounty and light and joy, but that she would join her husband during the fallow seasons of winter and fall, where the light was dimming. We are seeing that. Imagine the maiden, the Virgo maiden, being Persephone as we move into this space. We are going to be witnessing the decaying of nature's bounties and fruit and soul as winter approaches in the distance. And we see that as the days grow shorter, the nights grow longer and colder. Remember that this is a time to engage your head, your body, and your heart as the jury members that you convene at any table where Lady Justice or Libra is going to make a decision. That's what's going to give us the best overall option moving ahead. And so I really want to encourage you to do some thinking about how you want to combine the retrograde energies, the autumn equinox energies and themes, and what you know about the sign of Libra to make this one of the best seasons yet for you as we approach the end of 2022. This is our last quarter. There's so much more that I could focus on around the autumn equinox, including particular herbs, stones, incense, and colors that really evoke the spirit of this particular time and festival. Be on the lookout as it relates for urban plants, acorns and oaks, corn and pine cones. Colors are the fall colors that we love so much: dark red, orange, yellow, brown, gold, green. And Libra always represents a blush color for me. Colors of pink and the like, a bringing in a bit of love and intellect. Also, the symbols of this time of year as we move into fall are very potent. The pomegranate, which is a symbol of abundance, pine cones, acorns, apples, gourds, and baskets, plus fallen leaves in all of their bright colors. A wonderful thing for you to do is also to clear out clutter. Have a Thanksgiving feast early, just one that speaks to gratitude. I hope that this information allows you to take the balanced light of the Libra sun with shorter days and longer nights, and helps you to have an amazing start to the fall season. If you want to know more about Libra, and particularly about the autumn equinox things that I spoke about, make sure first to head over to my blog so that you can check out more of the particulars around the symbols and other things that you can do to make the most of this particular time of year. Additionally, you're gonna need to know what part of your chart is ruled by Libra. Libra rules my 5th house of creativity, and I have so been in crafting mode. I'm a knitter and a Renaissance woman, so my hands are busy and I'm ready to create things of beauty. What are you interested in? And what part of your chart is ruled by Libra? To figure that out, head over to my site so you can get a free copy of your birth chart. That way you will know what your map of the sky looks like, where each sign is assigned in the 12 quadrants that exist in your chart, and you'll have better understanding of how to apply this information about Libra season to your life and times. Also, crystals are a good thing to have any time of year as the light is growing dim. You can charge them more in the moon. You can check out my Leo post and video about sun-charged crystals. That would be great to work with during this particular period of time. And you can get your ethically sourced high-quality crystals at the link in my description below, and make sure that you use my coupon code for an 11% off discount. Please remember, as always, wise ones, that stellar planning is a process that helps us to get in the flow with energy instead of being taken for a ride. It allows us to turn the map of the sky into instructions that we need, because life does come with an instruction manual. It's written in the stars. Until my next video, wise ones, I am wishing you all beauty, love, and grace for the autumn equinox and for the start of Libra season. May you enjoy the beauty of fall and all the intellect and insights that this air season will bring. If you like the content of this video, please make sure that you give the video a thumbs up. Also, please comment and subscribe to my channel, because it helps me make more videos. Until next time, wise ones, happy fall. Sending lots of light and love. Take care.